Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. On today's course, we'll given by uh, Bapak Miftah Munazir, that he's one of our lecturer in Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. And then today's topic are the culture in the entrepreneurial organization. Bapak Miftah Munazir can maybe start the lecturing.
Right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everybody. Today's class, I'm tweaking the topic a bit, actually, because the organizer told me that the topic is about the culture and entrepreneurial organization, but I tweak the topic a bit to be building entrepreneurial culture in organization. So I hope the participant um, can let's say can have entrepreneurial mindset, so they can apply that whenever they involve in some organizations. All right, so before that, let me introduce myself, and I want you guys to introduce yourself, because I don't know you, and of course you don't know me. Some of you may know me as your lecturer, but for the participant from the other university may not know me. So I'm Mithal Masjid. I've been working in Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta for about 6 years, 7 years, and my lecture is specifically focusing on entrepreneurship and marketing, and this is the study area that I've always been involving for the past few years. So maybe I would like to greet you guys. Maybe start from Bobby Indrawan. Where are you from? Bobby, can you hear my voice clearly?
Yes, sir. I can.
Where are you from?
I'm from Jambi, sir.
From Jambi. All right.
Yeah.
Are you belong to which university?
State Islamic University Sultan Taha Saifuddin Jambi, sir, or UIN Jambi. Yes.
UIN Jambi.
Yes.
And which faculty are you belong to?
My faculty economic, especially my major Islamic accounting. Yes, sir.
Oh, accounting.
Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you. Yeah, nice to meet you, Bobby.
Nice to meet you.
Enjoyed. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this course. And I'd like to greet Maulida Ridan.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Where are you from?
I'm from Yogyakarta, Indonesia, in University Yogyakarta, UNY.
Oh, State University of Yogyakarta. Okay, nice to meet you. Are you belong to management department or economic department?
No, actually, I'm a science and technology faculty student in chemistry education. So
wow.
I want to learn a lot from this course.
Oh wow. Oh wow. That's really interesting. Of course, chemistry. I was quite good at chemistry when I was in high school, but I actually end up in social science, in business and management. All right, so nice to meet you, Maulid. And Iqbal, where are you from? Mr. Iqbal, Can they hear my voice? Or maybe the other student. Nadif Musyafa, of course, you are from Wemway. And what about Amalia Ramadan?
I'm sorry, sir, but the internet is not really good, so I can really turn on the camera and do the background.
All right, and where are you from?
I'm from Bekasi. I'm from Universitas Muhammadiyah, Jakarta.
Oh, you're a Wemway student.
Yes,
Are you my student as well?
yes.
Okay, okay. All right, so we will begin our class, guys. It's about entrepreneurial culture, but I will begin with entrepreneurial, the fundamental concept of entrepreneurship first, before I go through to the entrepreneurial culture, because I think this is very important to be understood about the basic concept of entrepreneur first. Yeah. So you guys can actually know better, yeah, about what is the meaning of entrepreneurship, yeah, as a concept, yeah, and what is the relation, yeah, of entrepreneurship uh, towards your life, yeah, towards your daily life. Yeah. All right, so building entrepreneurial culture in organization, yeah, because entrepreneurial culture is not only for the entrepreneur, yeah, but it's also for people who involve in organization. Yeah. They may become an employee in some institution or organization, uh, not become an entrepreneur, but entrepreneurial culture or mindset has to be owned, yeah, uh, by every people, because they can drive the organization to better performance, better innovation, and they can build really good culture, really good working culture in their workplace. Yeah. So we will have two course, no, two materials. Yeah. Consists of fundamental concept entrepreneurship that I will discuss for you today. And the next section, we will talk about the entrepreneurial culture and organization. So, the fundamental concept of entrepreneurship. So, if you hear about the entrepreneurship or entrepreneur, what comes first into your mind? Anyone? And so, what comes first into your mind? You'll be thinking about what? Anyone want to share your thoughts, maybe? Is it always about a businessman with a suit, with a suitcase, and they always, like fly with the business class flight, something like that, or how? What comes into your mind first? Or the one who actually has a lot of money, or how? Anyone? But Maulida, maybe?
Yeah, I think entrepreneurship is in my mind someone that work for himself and then have some of employee to then have a profit that can make bigger that company. I think.
All right, so it relates to someone who owns organization or businesses, has a lot of employees underneath them, yeah, and they have a willing to make make the organization bigger and bigger. Of course, it will in line with bigger profit, right? All right,
Yes.
that's a good thoughts, yeah. All right, so let us know, yeah. Uh, like basic concept of entrepreneurship. I think this quote, yeah, in Google, and I think this from Google, and I think this quote is, I think this quote represent, yeah, really represent the life of entrepreneur, yeah. So entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people want, yeah, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can. Yeah. So it's about, like, uh, don't always say that entrepreneur always have a good life, especially in the beginning of their journey, because they are very struggle with their life. Yeah. So in this context, yeah, entrepreneur is visualized like in the beginning, people don't want to be like that because they are very struggle. You may even think that as an entrepreneur, you will have uh, various flexible, uh, life situation. Yeah, but okay, when they have succeed, yes, but when they haven't succeed, yeah, they are very strong. Yeah, but after they have succeed with their business, yeah, they can spend the rest of their life like most people would admire to. Yeah, they see the success of the entrepreneur, and most people want to be like that. But in the beginning, yeah, people don't want to be like that because they don't want to struggle. Yeah, so and you may, change your mind, like okay, so entrepreneur in my mind is like people or a person who has a lot of money, uh, their life is full with flexibility, yeah, and they are a very high mobile person, something like that, yeah. But it, that situation uh, is actually really happening when they have succeeded with their business, not when they're struggling, yeah, in the beginning of their journey. Okay, so entrepreneurs is actually you're challenging the unknown. You never know what's going to happen in the future, but you decide to take the risk. Yeah, because you recognize opportunities. Yeah, entrepreneur, yeah, see some chaos, confusions, problems as opportunities. Yeah, so you may even think that, why some businessmen are very success. Yeah, because they can turn the problem into solution that becomes a very unique product. Yeah, it starts first from the problem. Yeah, and they are also very aggressive catalysts for change within the marketplace. They are the pioneer who found the solution. Yeah, and they always deal with uncertainty, challenge the unknown, yeah, and continuously create the future. Yeah, because some people think that if the goal of entrepreneur is to make money only, yeah, not to make solution. I personally believe that they are only a trader, not entrepreneur, because entrepreneur brings solution. Yeah, trader make money. Yeah, you purchase some goods and services, and then you process that into some valuable product, and then you sell them. Only that, because you see the opportunity, you see demand only, but you don't treat that product as a solution. Yeah, so you are only a trader, not entrepreneur. Yeah, because you focus only on profit making than solution making. Yeah, once you have found the solution for people's problem, yeah, for entrepreneur, money will follow. But the focus is actually on the solution first, yeah, rather than the money first. Yeah. Okay. And entrepreneurship as a mindset, yeah, it's not only, like I said before, it's not only about the creation of business, but it's about seeking opportunities, taking risks beyond securities. You have, as an entrepreneur, you have to deal with so many uncertainties. You have to be able to take the risk. Yeah, you have to, you have to be willing, yeah, to take the risk. Yeah, and you have consistency to make your idea into something real. Yeah, your idea may not, may not profitable, yeah, at first, yeah, in the beginning of your journey, but you have, consistency. You have, you know, belief that this idea will give something, will contribute to something in the future. Yeah, like when you relate to the history of many successful entrepreneur in the world. Yeah, in the beginning of their journey, they might think that this idea will not work initially, but as the time goes by, they prove that market will respond to this because I provide solution, not only taking their money, but I provide the solution. I provide some valuable product that can be their solution of their problems. Yeah, you may relate with the journey of Air Asia. Of course, Air Asia, right? Yeah, that line company. Yeah, in the beginning of their journey, yeah, Air Asia was really struggling. Yeah, they lost their money a lot. Yeah, in the beginning, but after they educate the market, yeah, they have consistency to make their thoughts, their idea. They believe that their idea can be responded by the market, and then can uh, evolve a demand. Yeah, they start to grow. Yeah. Okay. And then entrepreneurship is an integrated concept that permeates an individual business in an innovative manner. So innovativeness should be the characteristic of entrepreneurs. You always make something new that is not always, you can make something new, but also, yeah, valuable, but also marketable. Yeah, because if you only make something new, it's only a creativity. But innovativeness, we will talk about something new, but it is marketable. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to the history of entrepreneur. Yeah. Basically, this is very simple concept. Yeah. Uh, Entrepreneur is derived from the French word entrepreneur by Richard Cantillon, meaning to undertake, to do. So the concept of entrepreneur is actually simply like the slogan of Nike, just do it. It means that you do that, you implement that, not just in your mind, not just in your brain, but you actualize that by implementing them. Yeah. So entrepreneur is one who undertakes to organize, manage, and assume the risk of business. Yeah, you're not only making the idea, but the emphasis of this concept is actually about you do that, you implement it. Yeah. Okay. And then, although no single definition of entrepreneur exists and no one profile can represent today's entrepreneur, research is providing an increasingly sharper focus on the subject. Well, there are many definitions of entrepreneur, and there is no single definition become the strongest, the strongest one, because it may be related with the perspective, the situation, the condition as well. Okay. The other concept by Robert C. Ronstadt, entrepreneurship is the dynamic process of creating incremental wealth. If you focus on the word of incremental means that you step by step, not exponentially grew, but you step by step. Because when you collect, when you're collecting your wealth, from your business, at the same time you learn something, how to make your product becomes a good product, becomes a good solution for the market. And this world is created by individuals who assume majorities in terms of equity, time, career, commitment, of providing value for a product or services. You can assume the risk. In terms of the time that you will spend, the equity, the financial capital that you will spend, the career that maybe your career that has to be sacrificed maybe to make your business grow. And it also related to the product or service itself may or may not be new or unique, but entrepreneur must somehow infuse value. Entrepreneur not always make something, but they always make something different. Instead of like making something new, it's better to make something different. You can have a look at some businesses. Maybe in Yogyakarta there are so many culinary business. There are so many food and beverage business, like a coffee shop. There are hundreds of coffee shops in Yogyakarta. Why are they still existing by today? Because they have their own different that provides solution to their targeted customer. They still exist because they have difference. and they serve different types of customer, different types of characteristic. Yeah. So better to do something different rather than making something good. Okay. And then entrepreneurship is a dynamic process of vision, change, and creation. Yeah. To be entrepreneur, yeah, you need to apply, you need to use, yeah, a lot of energy and passion, yeah, towards the creation and implementation of new ideas and creative solutions. Yeah. And the ingredients of that includes, yeah, the willingness to take calculated risks. Well, you're not just required to take the risk, but you have to be able to calculate that. It based on your calculation. When you know, like when you go to some uh, battlefield, yeah, for war, yeah, you have to analyze your enemy, right? You have to analyze the area where the war is existing, yeah, where the war is located. Yeah, you need to know the area, you need to know your enemy, how many soldiers that they have, how about the area, yeah, are uh, on that area is actually a lot of, you know, lot of cliff, a lot of mountain, or how, yeah, you need to have a good knowledge, yeah, about the condition, yeah, before you know, attack your enemy, yeah. If your capital is only your confidence, yeah, I'm sure, yeah, you will lose, you will lose that battle, yeah. So you have to be able to calculate the risk, not just take the risk, yeah. And that the ability to formulate effective venture tip, the ability, because you're not alone, of course, right? Certainly you're not alone, yeah. You got to have very good team, yeah, to support you, yeah. That's why the effective team, yeah, the team uh, that support your business uh, should be solid, yeah. All right, and then you got to be able to build a solid business plan. You need to plan your business first before you run them, yeah. And then the vision to recognize opportunity where others see cash, contradiction, and confusion. You need to stay positive, that see problems is an opportunity, that sees chaos as a chance, that sees contradictions as, you know, as a space to create solution. Yeah. This is the integrative model of entrepreneurial inputs and outcomes. Yeah. So from the environmental opportunities, individuals, context, concept, resources, that you process that. Yeah, the process of entrepreneurial activities consists of identify opportunity, assess and acquire necessary resources, and then implementation. Yeah, and then how intense, yeah, is your entrepreneurial activities. Yeah, it can be seen from the number of events. Yeah, it's maybe you can see from their innovation, the risk taking, proactiveness, how they respond quickly towards the change in the market. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Okay, so this is the common characteristic of entrepreneurs. Yeah, you got to have strong commitment, determination, and perseverance, and you got to have a driving force to achieve something. Yeah, and then you're not problem oriented, but opportunity oriented. that to be initiative and responsible as well, persistent problem solving, seeking feedback. Yeah, this is one of the major problem when you're an entrepreneur. You feel that your way is right, and you don't need someone else to evaluate you. That's really wrong, guys. Yeah, you have to, you know, let someone evaluate you, give you feedback. Yeah, be open to anyone opinions. Yeah, because you will know your you know your weak spot. Yeah, and then internal locus of control. You need to have, you know, you need to believe in yourself. Yeah, you have the confidence. Yeah, your, you know, your mindset is influenced by, mostly influenced by yourself, not from the external factors. Yeah, tolerance for ambiguity. You need to deal. You need to make uh, uncertainty as your good friend. Yeah, tolerate with that. Yeah, not, you know, not actually make them as enemy. Yeah, and then you need to have a skill to calculate the risk. Yeah, tolerance for failure. Yeah, when you fail, yeah, just stand up quickly and then start again. Yeah, because after you have stood up, yeah, you're not starting from the scratch anymore. Yeah, and then you need to have high energy. Yeah, and then you need to be creative and innovative. Yeah, you have vision about the future. Yeah, you have to have self-confidence and optimism, independence, and team building. Yeah, this is the common characteristic of entrepreneur. Yeah, so entrepreneurs cause entrepreneurship. Yeah, so entrepreneurship cannot be actualized without entrepreneurs. So theoretically, entrepreneurship is a function of entrepreneur. Yeah, and we can say that entrepreneurship is the interaction of skill related to inner control. Yeah, your inner characteristic, planning, goal setting, risk taking, innovation, reality perception, use of feedback, decision making, human realism, and independence. Yeah, right. But you need to consider about the dark side of entrepreneurship. The dark side, the negative side of being entrepreneur. You may experience a financial risk because, you know, you spend a lot of your money to start your business, and maybe you will lose your money because there is a risk. There is some risk that makes your money just, you know, go away. Yeah, and career risk. Maybe you sacrifice your career. You have you know, you have a good career in some institution, organization, or company because you want to follow, or you want to do your passion, and then you sacrifice your career. This is this actually becomes the dark side as well, because it's not 100% guarantee that you will success as an entrepreneur. Yeah, that's why be entrepreneur is not for everyone. Yeah, statistically, it's only 10% of you know, people, yeah, in some areas who are successful as an entrepreneur. Yeah, maybe you will sacrifice your social life, your family life, because you're struggling. Yeah, in the beginning of your journey. Yeah, you may have uh, you may have all day long working activities. Yeah, or maybe 24/7 working hours, because in the beginning, yeah, you will do a lot of work. Yeah, and you're working every day. Yeah. Psychic risk. Yeah, maybe you have lost and you experience a failure. Yeah, maybe it will affect your psychological, condition. Yeah, that's why you gotta be strong. Yeah, because some unsuccessful entrepreneur, they they still, maybe they still have money to start their business. Yeah, but that psychological impact, yeah, burden them. Yeah, block them to start again because they're too afraid to start again. Yeah. Okay. Opportunity identification. This is actually really important. Yeah. So a real entrepreneur can turn, like I said, can turn problem into opportunities. Yeah. So you need to identify the opportunity, and opportunity identification is essential to entrepreneurship and involves creative pursuit of ideas. It's really hard to make a good or very marketable ideas. Yeah, so you need to, spend a lot of time. Yeah, and maybe you're not gonna, uh, you're not gonna have that. You're not gonna get very good idea in one shot. Yeah, it's a creative pursuit. After you fail, yeah, and at some condition, you stop again. Yeah, uh, find another way. So it actually it needs your creativity and the innovation process. Yeah, the first step for any entrepreneur is the identification of a good idea. Like I said, it's never easy, and opportunity recognition can lead to both personal and societal value. Yeah, it can be relates to personal value or societal value. So okay, entrepreneurial imagination and creativity. Yeah, um, how entrepreneurs do what they do. Yeah, so it's a combination of creative thinking plus systematic analysis. Yeah, to be success. Yeah, and you can find the unique opportunities. Yeah, to provide solution. Yeah, for your potential customer. You can turn problems into opportunities and recognize that problems are to solution what demand is to supply. Yeah. So the problem itself actually is representative of demand, the potential demand in the market. Yeah. Maybe the customer itself, the people who needs that don't realize, but you actually you can educate them, you can stimulate them, yeah, with the product that you have produced. Yeah. Okay. The role of creative thinking, yeah. This is very important as well. Yeah, creativity, the generation of ideas that result in the improved efficiency or effectiveness of a system. Yeah. When you creative in something, you can generate idea that improve the performance of something. Yeah, they can they can the ideas can make something better, can make something more efficient and effective. Yeah. Two important aspect of creativity, yeah, includes process. Yeah, the process is goal oriented. It is designed to attain a solution to a problem, and you recognize the potential people that may have the need, yeah, that may have the want to solve the problem. Yeah. Okay. Okay, innovation, it relates to the process by which entrepreneur convert opportunities into marketable idea. If it only rely on the idea, yeah, not the marketability is not an innovation. Yeah. And innovation is a combination of the vision to create a good idea and the persistence and dedication to remain with the concept through implementation. Yeah, so you have vision to make something good, but you also analyze the potential customer. Yeah, so that will be product market fit. Yeah, product and the market fit. Yeah, your product is accepted by the market. Yeah, and innovation is a key function in the entrepreneurial process, and this is the specific function of entrepreneurship. So creativity, innovation always relates to entrepreneurship. Yeah. Okay, so innovation process, yeah. Types of innovation: invention, extension, duplication, synthesis, and the source of innovation can be a lot of lot of ways. Yeah. Sometimes you may experience something, yeah, and when you have a holiday, yeah, and then you 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 you, something comes to your mind, and oh, this is actually, I can do something. Yeah, I can innovate something from this. Yeah, it's like a eureka moment in your life. Yeah, incongruities, process needs, industry and market changes, demographic changes. Maybe in some area, yeah, you may experience some demographic changes. Yeah, there are more youngsters than the elder. Yeah, and so making like hangout
Dear
place
Pak
like
Miftah,
coffee
you
shop.
have 7 minutes left.
All right, make hangout place is a good idea to serve the youngsters in a specific area. The source can be taken from the perceptual changes and knowledge-based concept as well. Yeah, I'll make it quick. Yeah, I'll give the slide for you guys. Yeah, so the type of innovation can be invention. Invention, totally new product, service, and process. Yeah, you can imagine how the Wright brothers invent the airplane. Yeah, maybe 100 years ago. Yeah, Thomas Alva Edison. Yeah, when he he invented the light bulb. Alexander Graham Bell and so on. Yeah, they invent something. They come up with, they came up with totally new product, service, and process. But you can also extend them. It is called extension. New use or different application of an already existing product, service, and process, like McDonald's, like Facebook, like Starwood Hotel, and resorts, and so on. Duplication, creative replication of an existing product. Yeah, like Walmart. Walmart is like a Carrefour in Indonesia. Yeah, it's a it's department stores. Yeah, Pizza Hut. Yeah, you just like replicate something, but maybe with a different brand. Yeah, synthesis, combination of existing concept and factors into a new formulation or use. Yeah, like Starbucks. Yeah, in Starbucks, they're not just selling coffee, they're also selling the ambience, the atmosphere of the place, of their shops. Yeah, so people like it. They will be like very enjoying uh, very enjoying their time. Yeah, when they sip the coffee. Yeah, in Starbucks, it's not just about the coffee but also the place. Yeah, this is the example of synthesis. Okay, so this is the major myth. Yeah, so you may even think that innovation is always deal with something big, yeah? Something like giant, something like it. It's always generate huge impact, but it's not always like that. Yeah, because sometimes innovation comes from something simple. You just tweak that a bit and then make something new and marketable. Yeah. So the myth one, innovation is planned and predictable. It's not always like that. Yeah, like I said to you, when you are in a holiday somewhere, yeah, you're walking on the beach sites, yeah, in Bali maybe, and you see some occurrence there, and then it's a eureka moment. Oh, I can I can innovate something. Yeah. So it's not always planned or predictable. And technical specification should be thoroughly prepared. It's not always like that. Sometimes it just come right away without any planning. Yeah, creativity relies on dreams and blue sky ideas. Creativity is always, like people always be like thinking that creativity is something that imaginative, not always like that. Make something different is also creative and innovative as well. Big projects will develop better innovation than small. It's not always like that. Also, big projects requires a lot of resources. Sometimes they're not very efficient, they're not very effective, and big projects often fails as well. Yeah. So innovation is not about the scale of the project, but the intensity to make something different. Yeah. And then technology is the driving force of innovation success. It's not always like that. You can take advantage from the existing technology, but apply that into something different. Yeah. Like the type you can refer to the types of innovation. All right. So this is the last slide. Yeah. I want you guys to know how entrepreneurial are you? Yeah. Do you have potential to be entrepreneur or not? You can evaluate yourself. Yeah. Just uh, open this link. Yeah. I will give this in our chat box. Yeah. All right. I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for your attention.
Yeah, thank you so much, Miftah Nazir, for this session. On the next one will be Mr. Radian Dananjoyo. We're going to present the service marketing course.
There is no discussion session?
Fortunately, sir, the time has already ended. So
okay. Thank you so much for your attention, and we'll see you.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Miftah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay. Mr. Radian, you can start the lecture.
Okay, Riz, is it possible to have a 5-minute break? Probably if they want to have some break, coffee break or something. So
Okay.
we will start at 10:05. Okay?
Okay, sure. So everyone, we will start again at 10:05 or more. So if you want to have a break, you can do it right now. Thank you. Sir, maybe you can start the lecturing. And you're still muted, sir.
Okay, can you hear my voice?
Yeah, we can hear it right now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
How are you, everyone? How are you today?
I'm good, sir.
You're good. Okay. How about the others? Did you learn something today from Pak Miftah?
Absolutely, sir.
Did you hear my voice, Amelia?
Yes, I hear your
Yeah.
voice, sir.
Did you hear something from Pak Miftah?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that's awesome. So by today, I would like to discuss about. So just yesterday, you're talking about what did you learn yesterday for service marketing course? Did you learn about positioning service last yesterday? Chapter 2, chapter 2, service marketing. Okay, can you see my PowerPoint?
Not yet, sir.
Not yet.
Hang on, wait. Okay. Now we are talking about today. I would like to discuss about how we understand about service customer. So by doing this, how to share the screen, please. Can you see my PowerPoint now?
Yes, we can see that.
Okay. Now we are talking about how to understand the service customer. The first one, before we're talking about how to understand service customers, and then I would like to ask you: is there? Can you give me a? Can you give me? Is there any opinion for you? What is service consumption means? I will tell you the meaning of service consumption, but I want to know from you what is the meaning of service consumption. Is there any opinion? Maulida, Bobby, who else?
Yes, sir. I will try, sir.
Yes, please.
I'm sorry, I can open my camera.
Yes, okay.
I have opinion about service consumption. Service consumption is a skill to offer product with the consumer, and then in a service consumer you will have skill of communication over and connection with consumers. That's why.
Is there any other opinion? So here, service consumption basically is the process consumption which refers to the application of competencies, which giving the benefit for the customers. The competencies, what is the meaning for competencies here? Competency based on the knowledge and also skills. Knowledge, what type of knowledge that we get it uh, from the services, and then what type of skills that we need to serve our customers. This is skills that I always mention to all of my students that we should have a soft skill here. So we have to differentiate ourselves compared to the others. Let's say Bobby, where did you study, Bobby?
Yes, sir.
Where did you study?
Study in Jambi, sir.
Name of university?
UIN Sultan Tasaipuddin Jambi.
UIN Sultan Tasaipuddin Jambi. Okay, Bobby and Bobby, Amelia, and everyone. I just want to give you the real the fact that you will face after you graduate. So whatever GPA that you get after you graduate from your school, let's say you will graduate with your GPA around 3.8, 3.9, or even 4.0, those GPA is only can be useful to enter into the interview room. After you meet the interviewer, the thing that you need is your soft skill. So your GPA is already left behind. That's why you have to soft skill, which differentiate yourself compared to the others. What type of soft skill, Pak? For example, no, it's easy. The soft skill is like your ability to communicate to other people, your ability to speak English, your ability to get another skill. Let's say you have the ability for design skill, and so on and so on. Can you imagine? Last week we have a seminar, and then there is one of the speaker is he is a practitioner from a multinational company in Indonesia. He was saying that only for they open one vacant position. Only for one vacant position, there were in 11,000 applicants. So this is the way. That's why I want to share to you that you have to have skills here. It's like a soft skill. So soft skill is very very important for us now. So how you differentiate yourself compared to the others. Similar with this one, with the service consumption, with the service customer. So once you have to serve your customer, you should be able to differentiate yourself compared to the competitor. If you are unable to differentiate yourself compared to the competitors, so it's quite hard for you to get the customer. Let's say, for example, like today. Today, now I'm staying in one of cafe in Solo. So they have differentiation. Should have differentiation here. What is the differentiation here? They have a workstation. They have workstation. They're not only selling coffee, but they're selling a room that can be useful for the people who want to have a meeting like what I did now. This is the kind of differentiate how to differentiate your company compared to the other competitor. Okay, any question?
No, sir.
Okay, before we come up with the service consumption, I would like to explain to you there are three stage model of service consumption. The first one we call as pre-purchase stage. Pre-purchase stage, and then the second one is service encounter stage, and the third one is post encounter stage. Basically, the whole entire material that I would like to deliver by today is only this slide. As long as you can understand this slide, so we can finish our class today. Okay. This only this actually this meeting is only discuss about this. What is pre-purchase state, and then what is service encounter state, and then what is post encounter state. So basically, pre-purchase stage is the stages of communication before before we are delivering service to our customer. So we have to prepare many activities before we deliver our service to our customer. I will explain to you detail about the pre-purchase stage and so on and so on. And then service encounter stage means here is the stage while the customer meet the service provider. Who is service provider? Anyone from the service company. Anyone from service company, like anyone from bank, anyone from cafe, anyone from hotel, anyone from other service company. Once they are meet with the customer, this is called by service encounter stage. This is there is interaction between customer and service provider. The next stage is the post encounter stage. The post encounter stage means that the activity that should be managed by the company after the services. After the services. So we should have a good impression from our customer. If we want, if we would like to get the repeat order from our customer. So I would like to discuss one by one here. Just raise your hand if you want to ask questions. So pre-process stage. The first activity that we have to identify in the pre-process stage is need arousal. Is there anyone of you knows what's the meaning of need arousal? Bobby, do you know what was the meaning of need arousal?
No, perhaps interesting to buy product.
Yeah. Need arousal means here what is the customer needs? What is the customer problem that we want to solve? The problem means not a bad problem. Let's say, Bobby, did you have a breakfast?
Yes,
Did you? So before you have a breakfast, you have problem. What is your problem?
buy
What is your
buy
needs?
some food,
What is your needs before you have a breakfast?
rice.
No. Before you have a breakfast, what is the problem? The problem is you feel hungry. Yeah?
Ah, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
You feel
that
hungry.
is problem.
And then let's say you feel hungry and then you want to get some food. You have to think about what type of food that suitable for us for this morning. Okay. And then now like say like what happened to me today this morning, I'm on my way out of the town, out of Jogja, and then but I have appointment to teach you in summer course this one. And then this is my problem. This is my problem. So I have to stop by somewhere in the middle of my journey to the next city because I have to deliver speech here. And then I collect some information. This is the second stage. I was collecting some information. Which cafe that are available in the city, close the city, close to my city, close to my destination, and then which cafe we can provide a good Wi-Fi, which cafe that give the good ambience. Ambience means like a good air conditioner, and then good location, good food, and so on and so on. This is the information that I need. And finally, I pick this cafe, Natahati in Solo. I pick this cafe. After I collect some information, and then after I collect information, and I'm evaluating the information, and also evaluating the alternatives. Actually, there are some alternatives this morning, but I picked this cafe because this is accessible and then comfort, and they provide a good ambience, and then they provide some facilities as well. This is the thing that we have that we call by pre-purchase stage. The whole entire activity that should be provided by the service provider. So let's say we are working for a service company. So we have to understand who is our customer, and then what is our customer needs. What should we provide to them? What is our segment? So we should be careful who is our segment. Let's say if we declare that our segment is the high-end segment, so please provide the high-end services as well. But if we declare our service is going to be the low-end services, so do not provide the high-end services because it's not going to be matched with our customer. Okay, that's what we call as pre-purchase stage. So in the second stage here, we call it as information search. The information search is basically based on our internal experience, or based on the uh, external suggestions. Probably, what is external suggestion means? Probably I want to go to cafe. I want to go to the cafe in Solo. So I was asking my friend around here, and I also searching from Google which cafe that close by to my destination, which cafe who provide the good services. That's the thing that I have to know. So I have to calculate as well about the risk. If I pick this cafe, how long this cafe from my destination? Can I can I uh, can I meet up with my client after this or not? About the distance, I have to measure the distance. If I'm going to the other cafe, I will be late with my appointment. That's why I pick this cafe. That's we call by perceived risk here. And then yeah, after we got everything, and then after we got everything information that we need, and then we have to decide. After we decide, and then we come up with our decision. Okay, I'm going to this place because this one, because this one is affordable, this one blah 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 blah, and so on and so on. That's the thing that we have to learn about this. Next, any questions so far?
No,
No,
sir.
sir. Continue, sir.
Okay. This is the explanation about need arousal. Look at here. People buy services is to meet their needs. The external sources can be used as our stimulate to make a decision about our process, about our service that we want to use it. So at the moment, it's quite very easy for us to find any information that you need about. So you can simply open your phone and then Googling, and then you can get anything that you want. So this is so we have to fulfill the customer needs. This is the most important stuff. And then the next one is we have to find any information. I have discussed about this before. Information about the type of services, the several companies who provide similar services. Let's say Bobby, what year are you at the moment in your school? It's your second year or third year?
3 year.
Your third year, okay.
Yeah.
At the beginning, when you will come up, when you want to enroll into UIN, did you compare UIN with other university? Did you?
Yes, sir.
Did you make a comparison before you decide? Oh, okay, I'm going to UIN. But before you decide to going to UIN Jambi, and then uh, I'm sh- I'm pretty sure that you are make some comparison between another university.
Yes,
Itu,
true.
yeah. You find a lot of information from university A, B, C, D, E. Is it true?
Yes.
about the price,
Sure.
about the accreditation, about the program study that you want to come, and so on and so on. You know, that's the type
Yes.
of information. After you get information, and then you have to evaluate those information. Oh, okay, this university is good. This university is good at this part. This university can be give us about this. And this university is cheap. This university is blah 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 blah, and so on and so on. Okay, so your justification is based on your needs. Justification is based on your capability. Let's say this is this is not for this is only for example, yeah, Bobby, yeah. It's not a personal attack for you. So let's say
No problem.
for example, you want to make a comparison between UIN Jambi and Harvard University.
Okay.
Okay, probably Harvard University is not your segment. Is they are in different level of from what we for you, because it's quite hard to come to enroll in Harvard. It's because we have tough enrollment tests, we have tough discussion over there, and so on and so on. And then Jambi, in Jambi is more affordable for Bayu. Why? Because uh, are you originally from Jambi?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because Jam I live from I was born in Jambi. My family in Jambi, and my friend is all in Jambi. So I think it's better for me just study in Jambi rather than we are going overseas, go to Harvard University. It's different story with Amelia, for example. She's originally from Jakarta, but she picked UMY as her university. Is Amelia still here?
I'm still here, sir.
Yeah. Is it true that you're from Jakarta?
No, I'm from Bekasi.
Oh, Bekasi. Oh, Bekasi beda sama Jakarta ya?
Yes.
Yeah. She's from Bekasi, but she picked UMY because of several justification. Why? Because she needs to go away from her family because she wants to be free. Is that true, Amelia?
Actually,
Yes, yes, I think that's true, Pak.
no, no.
She wants to be free. No one knows about her activity here. Even her parents, she does. They don't know about Amelia activity here. They
No,
only they only get the report from Amelia. Oh, I'm going to study. I'm going to university. I'm going to library. Blah blah. But she was going to the other place. She's going to cafe. She's going to Holy Wings maybe.
no.
Now this is an example, because the first example, Bobby, he was picking Uin Jambi because he doesn't want to leave his area. On the other hand, Amalia, she picked UMY because she wants to have exposure her experience living without living without parents. That's that's the thing. That's every people, every single person, they have their own justification. Okay. Okay. During the pre-purchase stage, there is a type of uh, we we divide about the ease of evaluation. The first one is easiness, easy to evaluate, and then difficult to evaluate. Easy to evaluate is, let's say, if you are hungry, you want to eat in the morning. Oh, it's easy. You just think, I want to eat Indomie, goes to Warmindo. On the other hand, if you want to pick the university, it's quite difficult to evaluate because every university declare that they are the best. Every university declare they are good for every student, but you have to evaluate, you have to assess, you have to assess those university. It takes time. You have to discuss with your parent, you have to discuss with your friend, you have to discuss with anyone who knows about the university. That's easy. But if Amalia, you only want to eat Indomie, it just simply goes to a window close by to your boarding house. No need to discuss about, no need to discuss with other people. If you want to the cafe, just simply ask Google to find the close by, the closest cafe from your boarding house. It's easy, easy to evaluate. No need more effort. Okay. And then next we are talking about, any questions so far?
No, sir.
I have discussed about the risk before. Risk about your decision. If you pick a choice, if let's say if you went to the cafe, you're going to A cafe rather than goes to the B cafe. They have different risks, so you have to measure which one the closest, which one the minimum risk for you. What type of risk here? Let's say uh, the distance. The distance for A cafe is only 1 kilometer, but B cafe, let's say, is 5 kilometer. So this is the risk. Close and then far from your place is a risk. Why a risk? Because during your journey from your place into the cafe, probably there is many activity. Probably there is a possible accident. So if you just close by to your place, is the possible accident is going to be limited. It's different rather if you are going to the cafe that are far away from your location or from your home and so on and so on. Okay. So basically here we divide. There are some perceived risk here. The first one is functional risk, financial risk, temporal risk, physical risk, psychological risk, social risk, and sensory risk as well. So functional risk, for example, if you want to purchase, if you want to purchase service from a hotel, if you want to purchase service from a hotel, and then you will assess, will this hotel give you, will this hotel have a proper bedroom, will this hotel have a proper bathroom, will this hotel have proper dining room, and so on and so on. You have to assess. Where did you get the information? Yeah, you can get it from their website. You can get it from review from the customer, and so on and so on. And the financial risk, I already discussed about the financial risk. And then the next one about temporal risk. Temporal risk is about, let's say if you want to purchase something, but you have to wait because of a lot of there are a lot of customers who want to buy the product, and then but they only have limited stock. Let's say for example, Amalia, do you know Compass shoes? Some people say that Compass shoes is like a ghost shoes. Why? Because really hard to get the product. Basically, this one is not, it's not quite hard. It's not quite. This is part of their advertisement method, part of their campaign method. Why? Because yeah, they only produce a limited type of shoes. Why? Because to get more attraction from the customer. This is what we call as a temporal. You can read the rest. I will pass this PowerPoint to Aris, and then I will share this PowerPoint to you. Okay, next talking. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
No question, yeah. Okay. Now we are talking about the expectation, service expectation. There are several factors which influence the customer expectation of services. The expectation is about we are expecting that we got the quick service from the courier company. This is the example. This is our expectation. Our expectation, we can get the delivery service for 1 day, but the actual we get it we got the product, we got the service from the courier company is for 2 days. It means there is a gap here. So this is a problem. This is a problem that a company should solve the problem. If they're not able to solve this problem, they they will lose their customer. Definitely, they will lose their customer because there is no mostly customer doesn't want to wait. They want to get the service as quick as possible. They want to get the product as quick as possible. Let's say, for example, Amelia, have you ever flying with Lion Air?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever experienced flying with Garuda Indonesia?
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't. Is there anyone already have experience with Garuda Indonesia and Lion Air? There is a punctuality issues here. There is a time issues here. Most likely, Garuda Indonesia will travel strictly as their schedule. On the other hand, Lion Air, some of them they got delay for their flight. That's the problem. Our expectation that we can fly as quick as possible, but because probably Lion Air have their own problem, that's why they face difficulties uh, to get to minimize the delay. Most likely there are some delay from Lion Air, Wings Air, or Batik Air, and so on. But there is a in here there is a tolerance, the zone of tolerance. Let's say, okay, if the delay is only 1 hour, it's still fine. But if the delay is one day, it's not going to be a tolerance anymore. Customer going to be complain. There's a big problem for the for Lion or for Garuda, for anyone else who who will give delay for more than 1 hour. That's the service expectation. So the point here, you as a service marketer, you have to manage this customer expectation. You have to keep your promise. If you have promised to deliver the service during 1 day, just do it in 1 day. If you provide the promise, give the service only 1 hour, yeah, just do it in 1 hour. Okay, because your promise, customer only trust your promise. Once they are disappointed with your promise, they will not come back to your service anymore. They will find another service that can solve their problem as quick as possible. without any delay. Okay, next. Okay. Now we're talking about the second stage of service service consumption. The second stage is called a service encounter stage. Is there anyone of you want to give opinion about what is the meaning of service encounter stage? Bobby, do you want to try?
I'll try
Okay.
about service and thing. Is offline service, and no, sir, I don't understand, sir.
Okay, it's okay. Nadif, Maulida. Amelia.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you want to try?
Pak Pak Radian,
Yes.
is it about I don't know about customer complaint or something?
Customer complaint. No, it's not a complaint. This is service. What is your opinion? I will explain it to you.
I mean the feedback from the customer towards the company about the service.
Yeah, no, the feedback is at the end of the services. This is at the beginning. So this is the second stage here, the encounter stage. So encounter stage, he means here is the once Nadif as a service provider meets the customer. This is what we call as service encounter stage. Where are you from, Mas?
I'm from Jogja, Pak.
From Jogja. From which university?
UMY.
Oh, UMY. So you are Amalia friend, though?
Iya.
Okay, Nadif. The service encounter stage means that once Nadif as a service provider meets the customer. Previously, Nadif, your customer did not meet you, and then they just figure it out about your service. They doing research through Google. They're doing research by asking other people about your services. And then once they have decision, okay, I will go to Nadif because Nadif provide a good services according to Google. And then they meet you at 10 a.m. in the morning. This is that we call as the service encounter stage. Once the customer initiates and then once the customer have experience with your services, and then once the customer already consume your services. So does any one of you knows what is the characteristic of services? Nadif? Nadif, by the way, have you ever attend my class before?
No, because I'm not from your department, Pak.
Oh, from which department?
IR.
Okay. Okay, Nadif. What is the characteristic of service, Nadif?
Haven't known about that. Sorry.
Okay. Have you ever? Can you imagine? Have you ever had experience with the service?
Yes, many times.
Many times. Okay. Can you figure it out? What is the characteristic of services?
But the I don't know, but
can you touch the service?
Service or something.
Can you touch the service?
Sorry.
Can you touch the services? Can you touch service?
Yes, maybe.
Can you touch service? Let's say
no.
Can you touch the product if you buy a?
Yes.
That's the difference is, you cannot touch service, but you can touch the product. So the service means the characteristic of service is invisible. but is visible. Visible but invisible. It means that, yeah, the services exist, but you can't see it. Can you see the service? No, you can't see the
No.
service. And then the next difference is, the next characteristics, services is produced and consumed at the same time. Did you get the point?
Yes, yes, I get the point.
Let's say you goes to the seminar or you goes to the school, you goes to the this summer course. I just producing the material. I just producing the services to you at the moment, and then you are consuming in the same time. Is it true?
Yes, I
Yeah,
understand.
understand. But if the product you can produce today, but you can consume next week, you can consume next year, you can consume next 2 years, and so on and so on. So the next characteristic of services is service cannot be stored. Service cannot be saved. Okay, but maybe you can complain, but service can be saved at the moment. You can easily see, you can easily my speech through YouTube. Yeah, that's true. But it means that, but it means that you,
But I think that's not service. I think that's product.
what product?
I mean, if I record yourself and YouTube and then I sell the recording, I think that's product. That's not service.
Yeah, that that's why that's the differences between service and product. You cannot save the service, but you are can save the product. The product is visible, but the services is invisible. That's the differences. Okay, Mas.
Okay, thank
Okay, next we're talking about, don't forget, yeah, on Monday we will have live Zoom from our one of small medium enterprise who produce tempe, and then we are expecting that all of you able to attend the Zoom meeting during, and then you can see uh, how to make a tempe. So we are expecting that you can make tempe by yourself, and then we are expecting that you can sell the tempeh. We want to know how to sell the tempeh that you will make it by yourself. This is fun. Uh, do, do you have any? If you have time, maybe you can contact. I will tell Arisma. Maybe if is it possible that for all of you who stay in Jogja that you can go directly to the our UMKM. Yaris ya, bisa Yaris.
For that, maybe we can talk about it later, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the next service encounter stage is moment of truth. Moment of truth means here the customer touch point that can make or break a customer relationship. Once you meet the service provider, this is what we call as moment of truth. Previously, you only knew our services from website. You only knew our services from your friend, from your family, and so on and so on. But you never meet us as a service provider. And then once you have deal with us, and then you come with me, and then you come and see me, and then you can see what is the actual services that I provided to you. That's we call as moment of truth. The moment of truth. So moment of truth means that you know the truth, which is the truth is means that does your ads, does your information provide in your website, is it true or not? This is the moment of truth. And then next we're talking about you can read this one by yourself. I will share this after this. Okay. Okay. Maybe this one is my last slide. So here, this is what we call as post-encounter stage. Post-encounter stage, or probably we are measuring the service quality provided by the service company. How? What is the purpose? What is the purpose measuring service quality? The purpose is to measure, is there any gap between the service delivery and service expectation, and then how to measure it. There are 5 dimensions that you have to measure. The first one we call as responsiveness. So we measure how responsive we are to the customer. Second one, reliability. How reliable are compared to the competitor? How reliable our company for our customer? The third one is assurance. Can we make sure that we can deliver our service promptly, deliver our service as our promise? The fourth one is empathy. So we have to empathy with our customer. We have to uh, we have to know what is the customer feelings. And the last one is tangible. Even though Nadif, we said that even though the characteristic of service is invisible, but they are tangible. Tangible means here they are exist. There is a services, but we cannot see the service. That's the uniqueness of services. Tangible but invisible. Tangible means the services exist. Invisible, we cannot touch the services. We cannot see the services. We only can see the service provider, but we cannot see what is the type of services provided by the service provider. You can understand what I'm talking about here, but you cannot see my word. You cannot see my sentence, but you only listen it. You cannot touch my services here. That's all. So after you get everything, and then you have to measure the service. So what is the function to measuring the service? To improve ourselves. Even though we are, uh, everyone said that we are a good company, but still we have to make an assessment for ourselves. We have to make assessments for ourselves. So based on the assessment, we can improve ourselves. Okay, any questions so far? I think it's all for me today. Aris, if there is any question, I'm
Pak
yes,
Radian.
yes.
So you have mentioned before about the service that we have to be, punctual, or you have to do whatever we say, whatever we promote something. But here is the thing. Here, the problem in Indonesia, if I can say, is like the monopoly of the service. Like, for example, there is a very famous thing about one of the airline airline company like Lion Air. Like many people say, we hate Lion Air, but we need it because Lion Air give. Sorry for mentioning one product, but you hate Lion Air, but you need it because only Lion Air provides travel to another Indonesian places that another airlines don't provide it. So that Lion Air, like the unprofessionality they provide unprofessionally, and etc. A lot of delays and something. So do you think it is because of monopoly of airline service or something?
Yeah, thank you, Nadif, for your question. It's a good question. That's what we call as the That's the phenomena. The phenomena is we need something, but the provider, the service provider is only limited. Why the service provider is limited? Because it is a high cost investment. This is the high cost company. There is not many company who can invest in this type of industry. That's why we only have limited option here. Limited option here. But uh, frankly speaking, that we have to keep we have to keep our promise. So let's say, like what you said, even though we don't like them, but we have to use them because yeah, there is no option. It's kind of monopoly as well. Let's say, Nadif, let's say you don't like PLN, but you can say anything, you can do anything because PLN is one and the only one who supply your electricity, isn't it?
Yes.
So let's say PLN want to increase the price, and then yeah, you only can complain 1 week or 2 weeks maybe for maximum. But after that, yeah, life must go on. Life must go on. You have to like it or not. You have to use it because there is no option. Yeah, there is an option. Let's say you are using a generator, but it's more expensive. It's more expensive compared to electricity, and also generator is not practical. Yeah, it's kind of monopoly. Let's say you don't like travel using train, but you have to but you have to use the train because it's only PT KAI who provide train services. There is no more company, no other company uh, who provide those services. Okay. Yeah, this is type of yeah, because this is the monopoly business. But if you are going to, let's say for example, another industry, for example like restaurant, cafe, bank, the function of service is really can be your differentiation. Why? Because you have a lot of option. You have a lot of option. If they do not give you the best services, you will move to the other competitor. Okay, Nadif?
All right, Pak. So might be I can say you cannot do whatever you want unless you are giant.
Yeah, yeah. So if you want to do everything that you want, so be a giant, be a monster. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If
So I mean this service is like just for like UMKM and something like.
no, this services can
And
be
also companies. I mean not monopoly, not monopolistic company.
yeah, yeah. If you this services is only useful for the perfect competition. The perfect competition. There are a lot of company and then services that can differentiate yourself compared to the others. But if in the market you are one and the only one, so services maybe we, it's not how to differentiate yourself compared to the others. But anyway, Nadif, even though let's say for example PT KAI, they are one and the only one train company in Indonesia, but they are keep improve their services. Do you remember, Nadif? If you remember, let's say like 5 or 10 years ago, did you remember how bad the quality of our train?
Yes, and there are a lot of beggars or something
Yeah.
seller.
Do you know how bad the condition of our station, our train station?
Yes.
Yeah. Look at the moment our train station. They are very clean, even though the toilet. So it means services we still need services even though we are the only company who are exist in the market. So that's not true if service is only for the perfect competition. But for the monopoly company, let's say like PTK, they are improving a lot at the moment. Their schedule very good at the moment. There is no delay at the moment for the train. Did you ever have experience using train in Java?
Yeah, many times KRL, Pak.
Yeah,
They are very punctual. Yeah, they're very good.
very punctual, kan?
Yeah.
So there, can you imagine? Did you remember their service 5 years ago?
Yeah, it's kind of bad, and also a lot of beggars that I mentioned
Yeah,
before.
and it's not punctual as well.
Yes.
Yeah, they are improving at the moment. I was remember the improvements still start from when the director of KAI is Pak Jonan. They start improving, start from Pak Jonan. That's the point. Services is not only for the perfect competition. Services is for the whole service, the whole company. Okay, any other question?
Yeah, Pak. Sorry for for feedback question.
No.
What?
I like it. I like it if there is a question.
All
Because
right.
I don't like it if we don't have any questions. Ask, ask Amelia how many times I was asking question in her class. Yeah, Melia.
Yes, sir. Lots.
Yeah, I think she is also ambitious student. Yeah. Anyway, my question is, why the monopolistic or non-perfect competition needs to be good at service? Why? And yeah, why? In your opinion, why? Because if there is no, if because if the company doesn't provide good service, I think people will not move to other anyway.
Yeah, thanks. It's good. Do you know, Nadif, there is a two type of competition. Direct competition and indirect competition. You know the point?
Oh yes. I know the point.
So if let's say they're not improving, they will move to the other transportation model. Let's say for PT KAI, if they're not improving, maybe people will choose to use their own car, or they choose to use bus, or they will choose airplane. There is still competitor, but it's not a direct competitor. It's indirect competitor. So that's why they are still need to improve. That's why PT KAI improve a lot at the moment, because they don't want their customer move to the other type of transportation model. That's the answer.
So because of indirect and direct competition.
Yeah, that's true. Even though they are monopoly, but still they have still competitor, but indirect competitor. Let's say at the moment we have a lot of toll road. We are connected in Java from west to east. So it's easy. It's very easy for us who has car. We can use car. It's more flexible. This is This is the personal car, the private car, is the indirect competitor for train. That's why the train they keep improving. They keep improving, even though they are the only company in the industry. Okay.
Right, thank you so much, Pak.
Okay. I like it. Nadif, can you see? Can you open the camera so I want to see your handsome face?
All right, my camera is not really that clear.
So I know. I mean, let's say if we meet somewhere in the cafe, so I can say hi to you.
All right, Pak. Maybe I can say hi to you and introduce. I'm Nadif.
Maybe I can invite you goes to the cafe. Okay.
Thank you so much, Pak.
Okay. Any other questions? That's good discussion. I would like it. I love it. Okay. It's already, what time is it? It's 11:05. So the time is up, I think. But if there is one more question, it's okay. But if there is no other question, I think it's all for me today. And then I'll see you again by tomorrow, Yarisha.
Let me check first. The class schedule is later on, sir, on 8th July.
On
On
tomorrow.
8th.
Tomorrow nggak ada ya?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Have fun. Have fun with the summer course. This is very good activity, I think. This is free, and then you get a lot of knowledge from a lot of scholar. You can get knowledge. Yeah. Is it for you? Okay. Have a fun, and then take the benefit from this activity. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for the discussion. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you. Makasih, Aris.
Siap. Okay, for the next course, we'll be start after
Lunch.
It's 1 p.m. So you guys can have a break. So yeah.
Bye, Aris.
Oke, siapa?
Kamu ada invitation ya nanti ya? Tetap nggak bisa ikut berarti kamu ya?
For invitation bisa Pak, kan di cafe juga di 1912.
Oh, bisa sambil online di sini di
Iya,
cafe.
bisa.
Oke. Have fun ya. Salam
Siap.
buat semuanya yang ada di sana.
Oke, siap Pak. Terima kasih.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.